session will be slightly diverting towards the road safety initiative, along with the technical knowledge and investigation. At the first stage, I will appeal all of you to be road safety volunteers, to take the initiative to save the life in future by sharing your experience, your detection or your findings to the authorities, including Ministry of Road Transport or ARI, so that if the mistake is from the human being or if a mistake is from the vehicle, it can be rectified in the further models, or if possible with the current models also. Now, the most elaborate amendment has been taken place in September 19 by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highway, along with the deletion of section 370, which was the caution issue. But what was maximum discussed? It discussed only the elaboration or maximization of the fine. The changes has been made in driver profile, qualification, education, vehicle norms, driver behavior, responsibilities of the various authorities, including road authorities, major amendment in insurance and claims. So all these things are required to be understand why the changes has been made. So my presentation will also cover some of the things. I appeal all of you to note down your queries. If you don't find the answer during the whole presentation, then at the end of the presentation we will discuss that queries, because if we start discussing on a single point, whatever to be required to be told will remain uncompleted. So that was one of the requests. Please. I welcome all of you for this seminar. Next. There are some films. I will share the presentation so you can go through these films. These are regarding the various report of the road accident scenario worldwide, in India and locally in Maharashtra. Next. Basically, our job is to find out the cause of accident, and for that we have to check what are the causes of the accident. Just for the knowledge, can you one by one in the table, can you give one example what is the cause of accident from first table?
Negligence.
Negligence. Next.
High speed.
High speed. Very good. Next.
No control.
No control. Okay. Why the control is losing?
Driving, speeding, maybe of negligence, or maybe engaged with some other.
Okay. Distraction. Very good. Next.
Drunk and drive.
Drunk and driving. Yeah.
Improper ignorance. Improper licensing.
Ignorance. Very good. Ignorance of law or ignorance of the handling of the vehicle.
Of the law and as well as
And third one, the topographical knowledge.
ignorant individuals or ignorant sector.
Ignorance.
Yeah.
So ignorance is to be classified in all these sections.
Every sphere what I am.
Okay.
Improper licensing.
Improper licensing. Okay.
Wrong side driving.
Wrong side driving. Again. Can you tell me which is the side of the driving, proper side of the driving, and where it is written?
It used to be written in the license book. Earlier in 70s, it used to be written in the license book.
But license book cannot be the legislation, no?
It used to be the.
License book is the information sheet. It is not the legislation. Anybody? In India, we drive from the left side of the road. In which section, in which rule, it is written that we have to drive from the left side. Let you are in the role of the officer, maybe traffic or RTO, and I am the driver, driving in the opposite direction. Sir, it was hardly 50 meters. For that, why I should take a turn of 1.5 kilometers back? No, you are done wrong. Okay, agreed, I will pay. Show me the section.
Where? Nowhere. What vehicle act?
Which section?
1988.
1989 is a year in which that act has been passed.
I think 115 read with 177.
115 is regarding powers of the authority to erect the sign and overloading. We'll not waste the time. But why there is the need for such type of seminars? That is, this only one question will answer it. So, there is section 118 which state that rules of road regulation shall be followed by every driver. And it has been separately published by the government in 1989, rules of driving regulations, which has been updated, amended in 2017 as rules of driving regulations. So I appeal all the investigators and the valuers to download that section, rules of driving regulations. Hardly 23, 24 sections rules are there, in which the first rule is that you have to drive from the left side of the road. Also, it includes how to walk, where not to park, petrol, fuel to be carried in the tank or tanker, not in bottles and dabbas. So all these small things have been determined. Then the stakeholders responsible for reducing it, whether we are the stakeholder or not.
Yes. Municipality.
Next, we will think of right thumb rule. The municipality is in that direction. We are all in this direction. So, we all are being one of the stakeholders. Then, efforts of our state. What are the government is doing? And what are the gaps? And how that gaps can be filled up. Next. You know the statistics. The youngsters are being victimized in a major role. The mother, the father, the brother, the husband, the younger child who is being studying or going to be employed, they are the major victims because they remain maximum time on the road. There are some causes of the accident that have been given. Next. The problem is not only for the India, the problem is worldwide. And United Nations has taken initiative along with the WHO to take action against this problem. This problem is treated as one of the health hazards, and Decade of Action for Road Safety 2011 to 2020, they have decided to target to reduce the road accident by 50%, to reduce the fatality by 50%, which has not been achieved. And that's why, again from 2021 to 2030, under the different program, Sustainable Development Goal, the target has been given to reduce the 50% accident. And in the goal 3, they have told that after the poverty and food, the health is required given attention, which help बाकी जो भी है diseases that will be controlled by vaccinations, but man-made diseases, the road accidents is one of the man-made diseases is required to be given attention. And along that, they have quoted 7 another goal, including public transport, cleaner health, cleaner environment, use of alternative fuel, promoting the mass transport, so that the people, and last mile connectivity, so that the people will use public transport and there will be minimum interaction between the human and machine on the road. Next one. These are the sustainable goals we have seen it, including urban and rural transportation, and by which way? By promoting the partnership goal between those people who have got the knowledge. So you are one of the people who have got the knowledge which is required to be shared with the authorities, policy makers, which can make a safer road. Next one. This is the global plan. The safe system approach is a concept approved worldwide in which they have think of safer road, safer vehicle, safer vehicles, use of public transport and emergency management system, including emergency medical help. The Good Samaritan is the word and golden hours. These are the 2 new words have been added in the new Motor Vehicle Act. Next. The concept has been picturized. Next. So, what is the concept of safe? Can you hear?
Yes, sir.
Safe system approach. Basically, death and serious injuries are unexpectable. चलेगा क्या? या ऐसा ही चलता है? The casual approach will not work. There it should be addressed. So death and serious injuries are unexpected. Second, the human being will do the mistake. कितना भी समझाया तो आदमी एक गलती करेगा, तो एक गलती करेगा तो उसका गलती कैसे सुधार सकते हैं ये हमको सोचना है. एक तो उसका जो ब्रेन है इसमें कुछ एडिशनल चीज हम डालते देंगे सो दैट एक्सपेक्ट व्हाट इज अनएक्सपेक्टेड. उसको मालूम पड़ेगा दिस इज अ रिस्क, तो ही विल एबल टू एड्रेस दैट रिस्क इन एडवांस टाइम. सो training is one of the part, licensing system is one of the part. Then the humans are vulnerable. आदमी है, आदमी का कैपेसिटी है, वो कैपेसिटी के बाहर जाके वो स्ट्रेस मेंटेन नहीं कर सकता है, नॉट द फिजिकल और मेंटल स्ट्रेस. तो वो स्ट्रेस एब्सॉर्ब कैसे कर सकते हैं उसके लिए फिर आपने पास सीट बेल्ट दिया है, एयरबैग सिस्टम दी है. अदरवाइज बोन्स विल बी ब्रोकन डाउन. तो वो एनर्जी जो है कितना रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर सकते हैं उसके लिए अपने पास व्हीकल नॉर्म्स है जिसके साथ अपना जो ARI और जो टेस्टिंग एजेंसीज हैं दे विल टेस्ट द व्हीकल अकॉर्डिंगली. द रिस्पांसिबिलिटी इज शेयर्ड नॉट ओनली द गवर्नमेंट, इंडस्ट्री and all non-industrial people including NGO has to work together to share that. The safety is to be proactive and reducing risks required all parts of transportation system to be strengthened, including the app-based transportation, analysis of the accident, reconstruction of accident. These all things come under the reduction C. Next one. This is one of the matrix. This will give us food for thought. आपका जो भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन करना है वो इन्वेस्टिगेशन के लिए ये जो हिडन मैट्रिक्स है it will give a proper direction. Why accident happens, how it happens, उसके पहले की स्थिति क्या थी, एक्सीडेंट जब भी हुआ था वो टाइम की स्थिति क्या थी और एक्सीडेंट होने के बाद की स्थिति क्या है. if उसका मेडिकल केसेस में उसके साइकोलॉजिकल कॉस्ट है या ट्रीटमेंट कॉस्ट है एडिशनल आफ्टर द एक्सीडेंट, तो that will come under the post crash. So human factor, vehicle factor, physical environment and social environment. If we analyze our observations, findings in this matrix, we will have a complete full solution. Due to time, I will not go through the detailing of the hidden matrix, but you can note down, it is available on the net, and you can find out whether the driver has trained, how many training program he has attended previously, what was his previous record, how many challan he has found. So his habit of driving you can analyze. Next one. We have already discussed the safe system approach. So for the reduction of the accident, school training program, driving training program, hazard perception test. Anybody knows hazard perception test? This test is compulsory in European countries and other developed countries. We have learning license test, we have practical test, driving test. तो उसके बीच में how your mind work, how you are able to react to anything. जितना आपका कंप्यूटर गेम रहता है ना, so कंप्यूटर गेम में आपको सेकंड लाइफ है, but on board it is not there. तो ये रिस्क आइडेंटिफाई करने का जो तरीका है, उसका जो ब्रेन रेडी करना है, उसके लिए 1000% टेस्ट काम आते हैं. तो we can suggest to the government. अभी सिमुलेटर तो गवर्नमेंट ने दिया है, वो सब बढ़ा रहा है ऐसा ही ऐसा. तो those who will complete the simulator test, or it is required to be completed before the renewal of license, or so, ऐसा कुछ कर दिया, तो the drivers will be capable of driving the vehicle in a manner of identifying the risk. Enforcement about the speed. Whether the speed kills or the difference in speed kills. What is your opinion?
Difference in speed.
बराबर है? हाँ, रास्ता खुला है, जाओ तुम 100 से जाओ, 200 से जाओ, मोटर ट्रैक रहेगा तो 400 से जाओ. हाँ? अपना जो फ्लाइट अपलिफ्ट करता है तो 600-800 किलोमीटर पर आवर जमीन पे ही चलता है ना, बिफोर टेकिंग द लिफ्ट. तो nobody is coming in between, so there is no obstruction. When obstruction is there, वो 40 से चल रहा है, उसके पीछे कुछ 100 से चल रहा है, तो वो 60 डिफरेंस इज अ किलिंग स्पीड. या स्टेशनरी है, कुछ पोल है, झाड़ है, 0 स्पीड है, और इसका 50 है, the difference is big. Particularly such type of accident happens near the toll nakas.
Road upsets.
भागते भागते he is coming in rush, then changing the lane at the last moment, but will not able. The Pune, there was one accident. The driver had decided to take the turn to the Sasane Phata at the 11th hour. And by a fraction of degree, his judgment has been missed. उससे क्या हो गया? जो बैरियर था बीच वाला, सेफ्टी बैरियर, particularly word safety barrier, has been penetrated in the front glass and come back from the rear. Fortunately, it was a bucket seat vehicle, so the God saved him. The vehicle has been lost, but life has been saved. Then, different stories, drink and drive, vehicle fitness is one of the aspects. So, these all lead to the economical loss, where we are the auditor for that economical loss. Next one. So, road users behavior, roads, safer vehicles, safer road behavior, and post-crash response. These are the factors which are required to be addressed for cultivating the safe road culture. आप बोलेंगे ये हमको क्यों बता रहे हैं? Because we are stakeholder, we have a chance to share our knowledge with the insurance companies. Insurance companies have chance to share the knowledge with the ministry. And when we are talking about business, तो बिजनेस में एक्सीडेंट कम होने से हमारा बिजनेस कम होगा, ये हम सोचेंगे, या जितना लाइफ सेव होगा उतना हमारा प्रमोशन बढ़ेगा। एक्चुअली कैसा है, काम कम करो, क्वालिटी काम करो, इनहैंस द रिन्यूमरेशन, ये रहेगा। एट दैट टाइम वी विल हैव अ बेटर environment. Next one. So it depends on the human behavior regarding the logicity and rational behavior. They are being influenced by the environment and they make the mistake. So, to compensate their mistake, the road authority is being asked to build a forgiving road. आदमी गलती करेगा तो भी उसको कम से कम इंजरी हो, ये तरह से वो रोड बिल्डअप करना चाहिए। नेक्स्ट वन। सो दिस इज द सेफ्टी ट्रायंगल, वी विल गो फर्दर। नेक्स्ट। Whenever you are working on the field, you are giving attention to these things: rules of regulation, sense of danger, driving experience, risk control, risk assessment, fitness, observation, input, whatever the sir has been addressing, then directing the attention, car control, and we can learn what are the mistakes or what is to be observed in the simulator also. Those who want to learn on the simulator, I will facilitate you in Pune, Mumbai. I don't know about the Karnataka, but we will discuss with the local authority. But I request you to visit the simulator place, sit on the simulator, understand what are the different areas. Because everything you cannot do, or you will take a more time to experience that thing on the road or in your working time. Isla is with us, so I request them also to develop certain things so that you will get the experience of various modes on simulator. Next one. The proactive system approach, where the quality control of unsafe act and unsafe behavior is required to study, which is responsible for crash. Next one. This is normally our portfolio. What information we collect for the road, vehicle, other road users, weather conditions. The second, we don't have got the chance, but now it will definitely come. Regarding the stress, distraction, illegal fatigue, psychological condition, some of the fatigue factor, some of our members do note down, because after the expect the STUs or the fleet owners, nobody comes under the workman compensation. So, if we trace that this workman compensation act is to be applied for working hours, act is to be applied for every commercial driver. Actually, it is to be applied for every commercial and non-commercial driver, paid driver. Then and then only it can be possible. Normally, जो भी जितना white collar people है, what they do? So Monday से Friday काम किया, ड्राइवर को बोलते हैं फ्राइडे अपने को निकलना है, फ्राइडे नाइट को किधर तो बात करते हैं, वापिस Saturday morning start होते हैं. So, what is the rest required for the driver is nobody is counting. Normally we comment only on the commercials. Commercial का तो problem है ही है, but private में भी problem है. Next one. So, whether we can include this attitude in our report. If we can include this attitude on our report, then it can be possible to have penalty and reward points in his license and our insurance pattern. In foreign countries, the insurance is given as per the by putting the driver's name, how his behavior is risky. We have got the system. अपना गाड़ी का चाबी भी लिया, that analysis भी किया, तो अपने को मालूम पड़ेगा how that behavior is. How many times the driver has not owned his own seat belt, and how many times he has not addressed the co-passenger to wear the seat belt. कितना किलोमीटर ड्राइव किया है, वो मालूम पड़ता है. Then these are the sociological or mental things about the drivers which can be noted in the report. Next one. Speed, distraction, some of the answer you have been given. Distraction, how many of you we are able to note down the distraction?
Yeah, the occupant speaking with the driver.
कैसे? You don't have a record of that moment. The only thing you can record about the mobile. Only thing the mobile you can record. But by noting down the drinking bottles, then food packages, if the अभी तो कैसेट नहीं है, but linkage music, linkage speed music. Then in some of the cases, whatever the bottle or the things which are on the rear side, they come under the brake pedal. So that is there. So these things we can be note down as like a distraction. Distraction, another things. जो बोर्ड है रोड के साइड में कुछ है क्या, कुछ प्रोग्राम चल रहा है क्या. Actually, we shall take the objection for the moving advertisement on the road side. रोज वही एडवर्टाइज प्लेन रहेगा तो ड्राइवर विल नॉट माइंड, उसको आदत नहीं पड़ेगी क्या है देखने का. बट इट इज मूविंग एंड दैट इज टू बी विजुअल्स. तो आज क्या है उसका जो है देखने का, and that fraction of second will create a problem even in the city, because city the distance between the two vehicles is very small. Then alcohol related cases, उसके बाद में violation of traffic rules.
So you are forgetting one thing.
Yes.
The major cause of distraction is a beautiful lady walking on the road.
Unfortunately, we are not able to see it because they are moving on the cars.
And there's a motorcyclist riding between the cars,
Yeah,
doing some funny acts.
yeah.
These people are also
Zigzag driving.
Sir, in the night reflection of light.
Why night? In the daytime also?
During night,
Daytime. You stay
Mumbai.
Thane?
Thane or any other road, reflection of light.
Thane. When you drive in the evening from Thane to Nashik or from Pune to Solapur,
Yes.
and in the direction of west direction, the light comes, sunlight comes, that reflects. There was some of the board, signboard,
Yes.
which were painted giving information from one side, but other side was from of the aluminium.
Yes.
On that aluminium, the sunlight was reflecting.
And that turns you blind.
Yeah, that turns you blind. Then knowledge level, driving schools. Driving school is one of the issues in your investigation, whether the driver has taken proper training in the transport or not. You will find almost negative report.
99% will be failed.
You will find negative report. And if such type of incidents are started reporting and published, then the people will start taking the training seriously. Next one. About the driver behavior, driver attendance, driver visual perception, obeying the speed limit. For obeying the speed limit, he should know the speed limit. So whenever we are saying that speed limit, he has not observed the speed limit, you should have a notification. Second, you should have the remark of the sign post. जिधर स्पीड लिमिट लगा है उसके पहले किधर साइन बोर्ड लगा है. Our Pune Bombay expressway is a very funny road. Being in the department, so I will quote this. Because the speed is 80, then it comes 50, then it comes 65. कहाँ से चालू हुआ और कहाँ खत्म हो गया? That is required to be understood in the driver's mind. तो 2 दिन पहले मैंने डाला है, जो भी अथॉरिटी ये स्पीड लिमिट डालने वाली है, उन्होंने उस एरिया का सर्वे खुद करना चाहिए. Whether that lower speed limit, I am not talking about the higher, उल्टा बोल रहा बात कर रहा हूँ. Where that lower speed limit is a comfortable and convenience to drive on that road. आप 40 का स्पीड डालेंगे, पॉसिबल ही नहीं है किसी को. So there should be practical speed limits. Then set gap between the vehicles. जहाँ पीछे वाली गाड़ी का एनालिसिस करेंगे, at that time only noting the tail side of the front vehicle is not sufficient. उसका भी पूरा एनालिसिस में करना जरूरी है. Applying the brakes in hazardous manner, hazardous manner, ब्रेक मार्क आपको मिलते नहीं है. तो जितना जल्दी आपको गाइडलाइन में दिया भी है, जितना जल्दी आप एक्सीडेंट स्पॉट पे पहुंचते हैं, उतना अच्छा है. तो in our department, we have allotted the area to the officers. Well, we are waiting for receiving the call from the police. Now, social message भी आया ना, तो ऑफिसर जाता है और कम से कम जो सिचुएशन है उसका फोटो वीडियो निकाल के रखता है. एंड आफ्टर गेटिंग द ऑफिशियल कॉल ही विल प्रिपेयर द. ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है क्या? दैट इज टू बी डिसाइडेड सो दैट यू विल फाइंड द सीन ऑफ द एक्सीडेंट ऑन द स्पॉट. अदरवाइज द एसोसिएशन कैन टेक द लीड. As a common human being, anybody can access the spot information which can be shared with the reporting members. ISLA has recently signed a memorandum with the Ministry of Road Transport and Highway. How it is working, वो देख लेंगे. गवर्नमेंट ने IRAD करके एक वेबसाइट लॉन्च की है, रिपोर्टिंग ऑफ द एक्सीडेंट. वहाँ भी अपने को अपलोड करने को मिलेगा. बट वी हैव चूज एंड थिंक बिटवीन द थिंग लाइन अबाउट द प्रोफेशन एंड द सोशल कॉज दैट यू कैन डिसाइड इन योर पर्सनल मीटिंग. नेक्स्ट वन. So driver's behavior can be reported by using telematics. अभी VLT करके सिस्टम आया है. Till now vehicle location and tracking devices. But unfortunately government is not so keen on setting up of the control rooms. So we are not able to get the information. But these all vehicles have been fitted with GPS system. At least the owner has got the access and recording. तो दिस व्हीकल. कानून ने कंपलसरी किया है आपको डिस्काउंट देने की क्या जरूरत है, ये सोच गलत है. डिस्काउंट देंगे और उसके अंदर एग्रीमेंट साइन करेंगे. द ओनर शुड शेयर दैट इंफॉर्मेशन विद द इंश्योरेंस कंपनी so that we will get the ready information. Next one. Back. Conduct the driving program. Reward point. Chodamangalam has successfully shown it that the vehicle which are being carried, the car carriers which are being used for Maruti carriage, were almost nil accident after the driver has been trained really who are driving that car carriers. So there is a reduction in the claim. Reward by ASRTC. There are very few drivers who have got accident less record for 30 years or so. So they have been called and they have been rewarded in Delhi. Next. Next one. Take it back. Real-time feedback system and coaching. If any one of you has got the opportunity to work with the oxygen carrying company or tanker carrying company, study the pattern of their training and pattern of observing the vehicles. They have got almost 6 cameras in each vehicle which note down the movement of the vehicles. If the camera finds emergency braking or something, change of lane continuously, the AI system in the camera intimate the observer room, please observe this vehicle. And then the control room contact the driver. Yes, what is going on? So if such type of system has been established, then it will definitely reduce the incidences. Anybody know nicer globe? Nicer globe? Nicer globe is an activity of Indian Chemical Council led by 7 chemical companies where they have tied with almost 19 GPS system provider, all the GPS system provider, and they can assess the movement of any vehicle. The entry for the transporter, vehicle owner and driver is free. What is the contribution required is to be taken. They take from the companies of those goods have been transported. Apart from that, they provide the service of emergency disaster management by calling tie-up with the local authorities. So, if such type of tie-up is there, the insurance company should give some discounts for them or some rewards, training or facilitation, so that people will join such type of system, and that system will also help us to collect the records. One more suggestion from my personal side, जितना भी ambulances है 108, 112, if we fit the camera on it and if that record is available, they were the first one who reached the accident spot. So that record will speak more loudly than whatever the statement of the victims. Next one. Next one. There are some books published by the WHO also. They give some guidelines to the authorities. As a promotion for the road safety, it will be helpful for us. Even they can be taken as a evidence in the court of law. If the speed is higher, this is for a pedestrian, but there is another for the speed. If the speed is lower than 30, there is a very less chance for the death. If the speed is between 30 to 70, there is a 50% chance for the accident. If it is above 70, there is a very less chance to survive that person from the accident. So, from that fatality injury or the camera, we can prove which fault is on the higher side. You assess the contributory negligence. In that will be helpful to you. Next one. Now, what we are doing? As a country, we run in a democracy. We run by the Constitution of India. In the 7th schedule of the Constitution, we have got the 3 lists. In the 3rd list, we have got the Motor Vehicle Act. And in the 2nd list, we have got the taxation. So tax is different from the state by state, and the Motor Vehicle Act rules being framed by the central or state, but central's rule is always prevails over the state. Where insurance falls? Insurance falls in the 1st list. Next one. So whatever the changes we require, we are required to be followed. To take the follow in that government, central government, state government, for the concurrence. Next one. What is the object of the Motor Vehicle Act? The stricter procedure for licensing, then validity of such licenses, maintaining the vehicles to have a safety throughout, then raise the compensation, raise करके शब्द भी बहुत छोटा लगता है उसमें, जो भी अमाउंट अभी आज दी जा रही है, and to eliminate the time slot for the accident victim to file the compensation. This was the objective of 1988 Act. Next one. Next. 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 बराबर था, वही 1, 2, 3, 4, बस. So these are the problems on the road: accidents, pollution, congestion, and crime on the road. To avoid that, what we have in the Act, we have the provisions relating to owner. We have definition of owner. Owner जिसके नाम पे गाड़ी रजिस्टर है. हाइपोथिकेशन भी रहेगा. तो जब तक possession में owner के तो owner, if the possession is taken by hypothecator, then he becomes the owner. Then for the vehicle, various compliances before registration, after registration, and in use, in practice. Then regarding the road, load is one of the factors which has been ignored in the practice. And there are hardly 2 sentences given in the Act. It is safely secured. Safely secured has got a full book how to secure the load. Those who are practicing marine cargoes, they will know what is the secure means. That is to be practiced in the road. Then road safety committees. Recently, there were previously District Road Safety Committee, State Road Safety Committee, National Road Safety Committee, and now National Road Safety Board has been established. Testing agencies and testing officers. Agencies includes those who give the homologation initially, includes Indian agencies, and also the agencies of imported vehicles, which parity we accept. And officers means testing officers of the RTO who gives certification in the registration time and for the renewal of fitness. In that also, we will cover that in classification of it. For the drivers, next. For the drivers, first age, fitness, behavior, and violation. These are the issues. These are classified and punishment. These are classified in the different chapters. Next. 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 Suspension and cancellation. During the suspension period, we know that license is invalid. For the drivers, there is a punishment for drink and driving, overspeeding, violation of helmet, seat belt. And now for the children, also require helmet. If the child is less than 4 years, it is to be carried with the harness. छोटा बच्चा रहेगा तो कैसा लेके जाने का मोटरसाइकिल पे? Can anybody give some example?
There are child carriers sir, where you can put on with the body and put the child in the lap.
Practical example, field car.
Sir, when my son was born and he was 1 or 2 years old and I was riding a two-wheeler, at that time we had one child carrier where we put him in the
ये
lap.
अपना इंडियन कल्चर है. अपने पास वो जो रोड पे अपने घर पे कुछ बेचने के लिए भी आते हैं, या ये कोई ऑब्जर्व द लेडी, मदर लेडी हु इज बेगर, वो भी बच्चे के लिए कैसा बात. If the people are taking so much care of their loved ones, why not the educated people? Next one. So, fines, electronic monitoring and enforcement will give us some ideas. Next one. Next. Provision of traffic, speed limit, weight limit, regulations, special duties of the driver. अभी weight कैसा calculate करेंगे आप? We have RLW and EW. We have got registered laden weight and we have got unladen weight. How you will report the weight?
But now the motor vehicle is charged for RW only.
Okay, very good, very good. With due respect to your age, knowledge, experience, the government has taken a decision 3 years back, almost 5 years back, to enhance the RLW by 15%. 16,200 जो था, वो अभी 18 हो गया. तो कैसे पकड़ने का? जो भी व्हीकल हेवी है, ट्रांसपोर्ट, उसके अंदर सबको 15% बढ़ा के दिया है. तो जिसको उसका बेनिफिट लेना है, उसने आरटीओ में जाके अपलोड करेगा, उसके ऊपर टैक्स भरेगा, तो ही उसको बेनिफिट मिलने वाला है. Those who have not get uploaded, उसका 15% का नहीं लिया आरटीओ में जाके, his vehicle will not be eligible for carrying of higher loads.
You mean to say that if it is not amended, you will not be.
हाँ, उसको परमिशन नहीं है. बीच में कुछ दिन था ऐसा.
Nowadays है ना.
बीच में था कि ठीक है, उसका पहले से जाके उसने टैक्स भरा, तो उसको अपलोड करो, तो अमेंड करके दे दो. It will be valid for the free period also. But now it has been amended. Second thing, in some of the state, अभी उसके बाद में जो गाड़ी मैन्युफैक्चर हुई है, उसके लिए उसके सर्टिफिकेट में आता है, और that is required to be reflected in RC. But हमारे कुछ कलीग मेंबर्स है, वो उसको और बेनिफिट देते हैं. अमेंडमेंट करके आया है तो 28,000, उसके ऊपर 15% ऐड करके उसको देते हैं, which is it. So, one point I want to raise here, which is not in your hand, but you can raise with the insurance company. Underwriter is one of the concepts. Underwriting is one of the concepts which is used in other practices than the motor vehicle. Motor vehicle में तो उसका application भी नहीं लेते. तो for which risk we are assessing, उसका understanding जब भी उसका insurance हम निकालते हैं वो टाइप होना जरूरी है. आप ब्लाइंडली उसको इंश्योरेंस करवाएंगे और बाद में बोलेंगे दिस इज नॉट कम. This is not fair with that customer. And that's why many of the cases fail in the court. उसको मालूम कर दिया है in the close forum. If the court has asked, what is the agreement between both of you? Can any insurance company be able to produce the agreement?
Yes, it's called limitation to use.
लेकिन उसमें साइन करना होता है.
Yeah, both. Insurance policy itself is an agreement where there is a clause put on limitation to use. That means whatever is the limitation of your vehicle, you have to use.
Agree for the conditions.
Sir, it is a contract between the company and the.
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट खाली पैसे भरने से नहीं होता है ना.
तो पैसे भरने से 1 साल का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो
ये
गया.
साइन होता है सर, पॉलिसी साइन होता है ना.
वो करके देना जरूरी है. ऐसा एडवाइस आप कंपनी को दे दो, ये मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है आपको.
वो ऑलरेडी होता है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, कि उस पर साइन किया जाता है. और जो
अभी
प्रपोजल फॉर्म
ऑनलाइन है तो ठीक है.
प्रपोजल फॉर्म में सर इंश्योर्ड का साइन होता है, पॉलिसी
चेक
पे
करो.
इंश्योरेंस का साइन होता है.
चेक कर लो who is signing that document. Next one. I am not here to cross. I am only here to highlight. Control of the use of the vehicle includes whether the vehicle is used for carriage of passenger, allowed is to carry passenger, and used to carry passenger, or it is carrying goods, or if the vehicle is allowed to carry goods, it is carrying passenger. It is a violation. Then vehicles weight and dimension. Weight we have studied. Dimension. पहले 3 मीटर तक का 3 फीट 1 मीटर तक का रियर प्रोजेक्शन अलाउड था, वो भी अभी निकाल दिया है. Unless and until they have got a separate permission, DOTA, for over-dimensional vehicle, nobody will have to carry, allowed to carry the extension outside the vehicle. Next, control of the use of the road. कौन सा रोड पे वो जा रहा है, that is also one of the important signs. Road regulation we have discussed. Next. Please pass. Next. There is a provision for analysis of the accident. So we can start reconstruction of the accident. We can appeal to the government, and if possible, right now only insurance company is accepting your report. If we trace that report is to be viewed by the police stations also, then it will have a positive value, and it will have a both angle for the officer to decide the charges with the drivers. So, can we do something that the report of the insurance surveyor is also to be submitted to the police station? You can study both positive, cons, and then it will have a more authentic. Wayside amenities, parking वगैरह है क्या? Traffic head post, पुलिस का मदद कितना टाइम में आया था? That is also one of the next one. Truck parking next one. ये अभी punishment का चालू हो गया, quality design of the road. Next one. New amendment में protection to the good Samaritan, जो मदद करेगा जीवन उसको support है. Safety of pedestrian and non-motorized transport. Then safety of the children during commute and safety of the physically challenged person. It has been made compulsory for the public transport. तो उसके लिए जो seats door up करना है, that has been made. And recall of the vehicle. Recall of the vehicle is one of the point where we have to concentrate. If the vehicle involved has got a similar call from the company and he has not got to comply, वो भी अपने को देखेंगे तो अपने को मालूम पड़ेगा ये the vehicle was having original manufacturing defect. Possibility है. Next one. Most deliberate required to be deliberate point जो है the classes of license and category of vehicle or category of license and classes of vehicle are not matching or creating confusion in our country. So, what was the original class? Motorcycle, light motor vehicle, medium weight motor vehicle, heavy weight motor vehicle, and motor vehicle of special education. It was original. 88 में motorcycle with gear and without gear was added. उसके बाद में heavy weight goods and passenger अलग-अलग कर दिए. In 1994, the government has decided why so many classes. So they have dropped medium motor vehicle, heavy, medium goods vehicle, medium passenger vehicle, heavy goods vehicle and heavy passenger vehicle and club it into transport vehicle. But they have not touched to light motor vehicle. The light motor vehicle is same one. They are silent about the transport definition of the in the Motor Vehicle Act, which is not matching with the class of the transport here. Because our hiring motorcycle in Goa is a transport class, our rickshaw is a transport class, our tempo three-wheeler is a transport class, our taxi is a transport. But in the license category, it is replaced only for the medium and heavy. And that has been reflected in Madhavan case. Next. I will not go through it. Requirement of learning license, requirement of testing. Next. This was the point what I have discussed at the starting of the meeting. Motor Vehicle Driving Regulations 2070, which gives the idea about the different signs, signals, behavior on the road, then discipline, safe distance, then duty of driver while crossing the railway crossing, etc. Next one. Go ahead. I have only put these signs here so that while collecting the evidence, इसका भी आप इस्तेमाल कीजिए. You keep it in the record. Otherwise, the lawyer from the opposite side will take the benefit that there was no sign reflected. So how my client will know that there was a restriction of the law? Next one. We are not to park, particularly when the accident happens due to parked vehicle, whether there was a restriction for no parking. Next one, whether the parking was due to failure in the mechanical failure in the vehicle or otherwise. Next one. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Driving schools. For the driving schools, there is the additional insurance required. What is the additional insurance required? It is nominal one, but you have to take the additional endorsement that vehicle is being used for driving, giving instructions. Next one. We will skip the syllabus. Next one. We have classified. You can promote this activity also. The gradation of the driving schools. We have done it in Pune, in Maharashtra, and it has helped to improve the quality of the driving training school, methods of training, methods of inclusive of the some of the new practices. Jaga sir is witness for it. Next. Next. Take it back. Some of the institutes like IIT are coming forward to upgrade the culture in driving. The IIT Kharagpur has developed the driver's manual. In every country they have got a driver's manual. Unfortunately in India we don't have a driver's manual. So we can take the lead to develop the driving manual or whatever been developed by the IIT Kharagpur. That can be circulated by soft copies, costing minimum, with every insurance. That can be one of the recommendations, so that public will be educated. Next one. Next. This is the another platform where we can have inculcation of the safety knowledge, NSDC and ESDC. Next one. Next one. Back. This is one of the crucial areas, taxi. Whether the taxi is required badge or not. Unfortunately, the badge is a section which is put in the state cadre list. And for all India permit, they have got the certification only. So no badge is required for all India. For the state black and yellow taxi, the badge is required. So how it can be clubbed together? As the permits were being closed, all the app-based taxis are used under the umbrella of the All India taxis. All the famous app, whatever been running, they are on the All India taxis. So in such cases, whether the badge is required or not. So this is required to be clarified. If required, you can state it. If not required, you take exemption. Next one. Next one. HKM. HKM is one of the most discussed aspects in the claims. The vehicles which are used to carry petroleum products and chemicals. The drivers is required to be trained for 3 days training and 1 day training in every year was the previous status. They have made it after every 3 years. HKM period. But the law is silent. How much days training, whether 1 day is sufficient or again he has to undergo for the 3 days training. That is silent for the renewal of license. And secondly, what about the endorsement? The certificate will be issued by the institute which has been approved by the state government, but endorsement is required to be done by the licensing authority. Any licensing authority, they can do the endorsement. Next one. So these are the people, as per our insurance book, they are being interested in insurance. Owner, seller, buyer, hire purchaser, hypothecator, user, legal heirs. Hotel owners is a new class. Then motor traders and joint ownership. Motor traders matlab the people who keep vehicle for the selling, buying or keep vehicle for the motor trade. Next one. Next one. So these are the classification in the insurance sector: private cars, motorcycle and motor scooters, commercial vehicles, which are further classified as goods carriage, passenger carriage, and miscellaneous vehicles. So we have to put them like a box. Postman के उधर रहता है ये state में जाएगा, ये parcel ये state में जाएगा, ये parcel. So whatever the classification in the Motor Vehicle Act, we have to put under the Insurance Act. Next one. Exemption क्या क्या है? Accidental vehicle जा रहा है, contractual liability है, the limitations में permit is one of the aspect, and effective driving license. War and nuclear risk में it will not work. Next one. I will not take this part because you are convenient. In this motorcycle, there is a classification according to the CC capacity also. That we have to keep in mind. Then, according to the age, there is a difference. For this age, what the baseline is to be taken, whether the year of manufacturing or the date of registration, is also a crucial point. आप क्या लेते हैं जरा पूछ लो. Next. Next one. So what are the claim documents? Claim document में driving license, registration book, fitness, permit, police verification report. नीचे का आपको मालूम है bills, satisfactory note from the insured with bills and discharge voucher. I will concentrate on first three. So, driving license, which type of driving license he is holding, which category of license he is holding, and whether it is valid or not. Then, registration book, whether it has been registered and registration is valid. It means 15 years के लिए it is valid for the private vehicle, for the commercial vehicle, up to 8 years, 2 years inspection, and after that 1 year up to 15 years. And अभी end of life जो आया है 15 साल के बाद में commercial vehicle is to be put in the machine. वो machine बताएगी रास्ते पे अगले 5 साल अगले साल चलाना है या नहीं चलाना है. And for the private, after the 15, the officer will give extension for 5 years, but after 20, it is also required to put under the machine. Next one. This is one of the case for the Zoom car, where the car has been hired and been stolen. I have put this not on the angle of possibility of चोरी होने के कारण नहीं लगाया. Today, Zoom car do not have own ownership vehicles. They give the advertisement. They have a portal where a private vehicle has been accepted on the leads, so-called leads. Whether the private owner is allowed to give the vehicle on leads, and if such vehicle have been stolen or if the accident happens to such vehicle, whether the claim is liable or not. So here the area is, refusal is the final statement, but here is the area for educating the customer, both who are owning the vehicle, who are operating it, and who are using it. Next one. Next one. Next one. Pass. Go ahead. Thank you. In this definition, I have tried to explain what is the motor vehicle and what is not a motor vehicle. At the moment, whatever we having a registration mark is a motor vehicle, we will take it further. The vehicle fit with less than 4 wheels and fitted with engine capacity not exceeding 25 cc. तो गोपेड करके आता था गोपेड और मोटरसाइकिल with less capacity, license is not required, registration is not required. Next. But I think if they are coming for the claim, analyzing and recommend whether there is a necessary for the number and license. We can reduce the age, but recognition should be there. And as the speed exceeds, the compensation required to be covered by some insurance. There are category of vehicles which been classified as a non-transport and transport in the Motor Vehicle Act by notification itself. Some of the vehicles are in the both category. So, there the owners has got the choice to give the declaration that I registered my vehicle in this category according to the purpose of the vehicle. Matlab camper van, and it is used by Shah Rukh Khan. Shah Rukh Khan, he is not allowed to give it on higher than the other. He can give it complimentary, not as a reward, but not higher. So, then another area is on-road vehicle and off-road vehicle, particularly in the construction equipment industry. So, if the JCB is used to carry the goods on the highway, it is on-road. If it is stationary and used to only shift the goods, it is off-road. So, this is a minor areas where the classification is required to give the attention. Next one. I will share the presentation, you can go through. PDF करा के next one. Contract carriage and stage carriage is another area. Many of the, almost all of the vehicle operating interstate and intercities are contract carriage. But the tickets are available online. Then how we have to see whether it's a contract carriage or a stage carriage? If full ticket is charged from the first point to last point, and the seat is kept open when he is not using that bus in the contract. The vehicle should not be used to carry the person not included in the contract or list. और 50 की सीट के लिए 50 से ज़्यादा लिस्ट नहीं हो सकती. So that is what should be kept in attention while dealing with the cases of contract carriage and stage carriage.
State carrier, the vehicle has been adopted by the state.
No. It is not stage carriage. It is stage carriage.
Stage.
Where the charges are collected according to stage. He may be operate a private vehicle. We have got
2 point.
We have got operation of Mumbai, Bangalore, Mumbai, Kochi route, where the people can pay up to Pune, from Pune to Kolhapur. Next one. In articulate vehicle is one of the area where horse and trailer are different. 70-80% time the horse are the trailer which are being endorsed in the vehicle in the RC are not attached to the vehicle. It is very difficult to find the chassis and identify the trailer. So that is one of the crucial area to confirm the identity of the semi-trailer. Next one. Next one. Back. The agriculture tractor. If that tractor is used on the road for road construction,
Tractor alone cannot be used. Tractor alone cannot be used. It has to be
है ना, ड्रिलिंग के लिए यूज करता है, ट्रैक्टर उसके जेसीबी के लिए यूज करता है, yes.
सब जगह में यूज होता है.
Attachments are there.
So practically it is required,
It's required.
but we have to classify it or give the exemption.
Exactly.
So this is one of the area where we can give the suggestions to the government, so that Act will show the clear line. Next one. Motorcycle is the new area which has come. Road ambulance में भी काफी categories आ गई है. Next. School bus में रिक्शा आती है क्या नहीं आती है, that is one of the issue. Next one. Sleeper coach. एक sleeper coach है ना, ये अभी semi sleeper भी हो गया, and it has been adopted, it has been agreed in AI standard. हमने मोटर व्हीकल एक्ट देखा, उसके बाद सेंट्रल मोटर व्हीकल रूल देखे, स्टेट रूल देखे, उसके सिवा ये रूल में the vehicle should comply with so and so standard करके जो स्टैंडर्ड दिए जाते हैं, they are automotive Indian standards. AI स्टैंडर्ड का पूरा लिस्ट है, उसके अंदर how the vehicles should be designed, body built, comply, tested, ये सब उसके अंदर दिए गए हैं. Next one. Special purpose vehicle, road ambulances, ये इधर डिफाइन क्यों किया है? Because some of the new amendment are attached to this. Particularly, fire suppression system is required to be put in the buses, school buses and all India buses. तो जब भी हम उसका इंश्योरेंस करते हैं, at that time we have to see whether these things are complying or not. जब भी रजिस्टर तो कर लिया, क्लेम भी किया, अपना इंश्योर भी किया, उसके बाद में आफ्टर द एक्सीडेंट उसको रिजेक्शन देंगे, it is not provided with the fire suspension system and due to which the fire take place. Whether it is a morally right. Next one. Make it back. A, M, N, T, these are the categories. M stands for passenger, N stands for goods, T stands for tailor. And on these standards, the AI standard have been prescribed. Next one. Motor caravan is the new area. It can be two types. One motor caravan with own engine, मतलब अपना जो भी टेम्पो ट्रैवलर वगैरह है. Second, motor caravan trailer, which is to be pulled by other vehicle. Next one. Next one. Invalid carriage was the original definition to use by the physically handicapped people. Now we redefine physically handicapped people as a physically challenged one, and for that the name of the vehicle has been also changed. Next one, as an adopted vehicle. Same, but it is adopted. Some of the automatic vehicles are not required to make any changes, but they have been restrained from giving exemption. Now the government has cleared the policy. If no changes are there, it can be treated as adopted. Next one. Its classification is different one. Other than
Question answer.
the classification is according to the REW, according to the use, according to the fuel. Next one. According to L, M, N. L is for 3-wheeler and 2-wheeler. Particularly L3 and L5 you will concentrate. L3 is a chakra auto rickshaw and L5 is a regular electric auto rickshaw. Next one. Understand chakra auto rickshaw? Delhi base. Jugaad. But no, Jugaad is illegal. ये legal है. Next one. Next one. We go fast. Right? Back. This was the original validity. Learning license 6 months, transport vehicle 3 years, hazardous chemical 1 year. After 50 years, it is 5 years for non-transport. Next. What is the present validity? Anybody can tell?
5 years for transport. 5 years for transport.
5 years for transport. Then 3 years for the hazardous chemical. Then up to age of 40. वो 39 के एज भी आएगा तो भी up to 40. उसके बाद में 5 साल. उसके बाद में up to 50. 5 साल में up to 50, 55, then 5 years. Next. One more amendment here. Initially, 1 month relaxation or time limit were given. Now, the date of expiry is the expiry of license. You have to renew it before the expiry.
No grace period.
No grace period. खाली मेहरबानी इतना है, after the expiry 1 साल तक आप renew करने के जाएंगे तो you will allow to renew. 1 साल के बाद जाएंगे तो you have to appear for the renewal.
But in the meantime, we will be considered as a no license.
No license. Next.
All of his stuff, no?
Next one.
May, June.
This was the case where it has been considered that उसका कार का लाइसेंस है, तो drive the taxi. अभी उसके ऊपर मैं आगे कमेंट नहीं करूंगा क्योंकि it has been in the again second appeal by the insurance company in the Supreme Court. LMU के लिए next one.
सर इसमें
LMU के लिए ये जो मुकुंद देवगन केस था वर्सेस ओरिएंटल इंश्योरेंस कंपनी, इसमें ट्रांसपोर्ट LMU चलाता है तो ही कैन ड्राइव द ट्रांसपोर्ट आल्सो करके दिया था, बट उसके अंदर ऑल इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज हैव गॉट नाउ. नेक्स्ट वन. Sometimes hardly we come across the international driving licenses cases. No other state license is treated, other country license is treated as valid in India. They are required to bring the international driving permit, or they can produce their license with the RTO office and get local license on that basis. It is one day process, technical process है, but उसको तो करना है. Then and then only it is available. तो उसमें जो क्लास है वो क्लास एन के हिसाब से दिया जाता है. नेक्स्ट वन. नंबर 3, CRT temporary registration is valid for 6 months for the purpose of validity or for the movement of vehicle from the place of purchase to the place of registration. During that period, he is not allowed to carry the goods or passengers. Then another, trade certificate. A trade certificate ले कुछ criteria है. Trade certificate is to be taken by the manufacturer for the testing purpose or the dealer for exhibiting the vehicle for sale or test. उसके अंदर criteria है वो फ्यूल भरने के लिए जा सकता है, ट्रायल लेने के लिए जा सकता है, आरटीओ की गाड़ी लेने के लिए जा सकता है.
स्टॉक एट टू
डिलीवरी पॉइंट. लेकिन उसके ऊपर उसने डिलीवरी नहीं लेना है. It should always be driven or accompanied by the person employed by the trade certificate holder. और उसका फॉर्म नंबर 19 साथ में रखना है. ये रेट कैप ऐसा तो नहीं है जूम कार को अभी. We are not saying vehicle like this, but you will get a Zoom taxi online at any airport. This is one of the failure of the enforcement authority also. Next one.
Sir,
Yes.
PR temp and
PR temp.
PR temp.
एक मिनट.
CR temp and trade CRT.
ये जो है ना वो येलो जो है that is for the body building purposes. खरीद purchase vehicle by the owner and going for the body building purpose, or purchase in Jammu Kashmir and going for registration Kanyakumari. Okay.
Period of validity.
And this red one,
Period of validity.
period maximum 6 months. But during that period he is not allowed to carry goods or passenger. Business नहीं करना है.
No commercial use.
और ये जो है वो तो कंपनी व्हीकल से टेस्टिंग पर्पस है. नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट there are certain conditions when permit is not applicable. Only one chance where the owner can claim. Due to the failure of vehicle, I have sent alternative vehicle. Or shifting of goods. Shifting of goods or shifting of passengers. Alternative vehicle उसने भेजा है तो कभी-कभी विदाउट परमिट व्हीकल के लिए वो क्लेम कर सकता है. लेकिन जो गाड़ी फेल हुआ है उसका तो परमिट होना जरूरी है. नेक्स्ट.
सर रिपेयर के लिए भी वेस्टेजर परमिट जरूरी नहीं है.
रिपेयर के लिए अलाउ नहीं है, जरूरी नहीं है. नेक्स्ट. These are the overall dimensions. ये जो डायमेंशंस दिए हैं उसके बाहर उसने बॉडी बांधना नहीं है और उसके बाहर माल भी कैरी करना नहीं है. तो आपको ऐसा किधर लगता है तो यू कैन टेक द मेजरमेंट ऑफ व्हीकल, वेरीफाइड इट विद द रूल 93 एंड गिव योर मार्क्स. Next. 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 Internal lighting or body construction. Many times the illegal fitting of electrical fitting might be the cause of fire. तो एक केस में ऐसा कुछ फिटिंग किया है क्या वो देखना जरूरी है. नेक्स्ट वन. Next. License we have discussed almost all the things. These are the additional class. Those which are not reflected in the main list, we can take it as a special category of vehicle.
Sir,
Next one.
to drive a tractor attached to the trailer, what is the type of license required?
Tractor trailer.
Because some people have only license to have a tractor attached to the trailer. But I feel driving a tractor attached to the trailer.
कोर्ट ने ऑर्डर दिया है, if he has got a license to drive a tractor, he is allowed to drive a trailer. It is a court judgment.
But it is practically,
But
more
they
difficult.
have to take tractor trailer combination.
It is more difficult to drive a tractor with trailer
Yeah.
than compared to lorry. I can drive a lorry.
Particular reversing the vehicle.
Yeah.
Both are the different positions.
You mean the court has permitted it, but the law is still not permitting?
What?
Is it incorporated in the law or in the regulation that the one who is possessing the tractor license is eligible to drive it with the trolley?
There is no separate classification of tractor trailer combination in the act.
But few states are issuing, sir.
Take it back. So these are the list. Accordingly, the categories can be prescribed. उन्होंने क्या किया है, शॉर्ट फॉर्म क्या है उसका एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया है. It means this license has been issued. LMVTT, tractor and trailer, 11 number. But LMV transport, but now it is required to be redefined. Right. There is no such class.
No, sir.
All transport LMVs are allowed to drive on the transport license.
That decision was challenged.
अभी लेकिन डिसाइड नहीं हुआ है. डिसाइड नहीं हुआ. Next one. Next.
Even government has put that for appeal to review.
जो काम गवर्नमेंट का है वो गवर्नमेंट ने करना चाहिए ना. सीधी बात है, make an amendment to clarify the classes, right? To combine the both classes. The category of vehicle and the category of license shall match. बस खत्म हो गया. Next one. This is the form number 70. Means trade certificate. It is valid for 1 year. तो अभी उसको 5 साल कर दिया है. And authority is transferred. Next one. Next. This is a 53 मतलब government vehicle which has been exempted from the insurance. Next one. We have got comprehensive, act only and public liability insurance. ये पब्लिक लाइबिलिटी के लिए मेरे दिमाग में बहुत लफड़ा रहता है. ये CNG LPG व्हीकल है तो उसके लिए हम कॉम्पेंसेशन उसके अंदर लेते हैं. फिर टैंकर के लिए क्या है, पूरा LPG लेके जाता है, पेट्रोल लेके जाता है, CNG लेके जाता है, ये डॉक्टर बूस्टर है,
Carrier's risk policy.
हाँ. So that somewhere it is to be mentioned that those who are holding the carrier risk policy will automatically cover the public liability insurance. That statement should be there somewhere. Next one. Wait. There are some there are some accessories, fitment, which has been made compulsory by the law for securing the life. So that should be one of the observing and noting point. Side SUPD, side protecting guard, rear protecting guard. Next one. वो बचा सकता था वो, उधर पक्का रहता था तो. Next one. A VLD, vehicle location device, GPS. Next. Speed limit, we have discussed on the different highways, the different one. Overload is one of the criteria responsible for the accident. So, what was the load and what is the total capacity is required to be noted. Next one. Overloading में control lose होता है, that is one of the aspects. Tire burst होते हैं. Next one. जादव सर का मैं attention चाहता हूँ. Rank Global and Tesla has to designate automobile insurance claim reporting system management in India. So इसमें क्या-क्या होगा और उसका बेनिफिट आपको और पब्लिक को क्या होगा, वो अपने को यहाँ बताना पड़ेगा. Next one. A integrated road accident database system. I appeal to the association to make a note to the government that you should also be allowed to access this website. इसके अंदर क्या होगा, आपको FIR मिलेगा, आपको इंस्पेक्टर का रिपोर्ट मिलेगा, रोड अथॉरिटी का रिपोर्ट मिलेगा, उसके बाद जो इंजर्ड है एंड डेड पीपल है उनकी मेडिकल हिस्ट्री पार्ट में मिलेगा. So your reporting will become easy. So this is one of the area where you have to. This, I have given example for Chodamangala. Next. Some of the insurance company have done many of the things which reduces the accident possibilities, and finally it will reduce the total compensation, which will reduce the money of the. He should carry the instructor with him. It is not instructor, valid license holder, because we don't have instructors so many. Whoever is now training is a driver only. There are hardly some schools like Maruti, Ashok Leyland. They have got official instructors.
But in commercial vehicles, learning license is not accepted as a valid license.
It should be. It is required to be accepted when it is to be when the second driver is having a valid license, subject to empty vehicle.
Then again, a third provision is there that vehicle should be used. Again, there is a condition that at the time of accident, this a normal training school might have 2-3 persons in the vehicle. Then
उसको sitting capacity है. Sitting capacity is there up to 6. तो उसका you can verify its RC book.
and this was about this vehicle, but just now we told about WC. That whether that amendment of 48 hours is actually in the act or it is has to be amended.
It is in the Act. It is in the Motor Vehicles Act. But the applicability of the law, it is Transport Workers Act. The definition is for the STUs, which is applicable only for the STUs.
Because I am thinking in the perspective of
individual के लिए नहीं है.
Now WC Act become employees compensation.
But then again 48 hours.
भाई जैसे है कि 20 लोगों की कंपनी में वो applicable होगा. Similar way here is the limitation.
Then again to justify that he was resting for he was working for 48 hours only. That is the criteria to investigate.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That it is a tough task for the administrators. Anybody?
In your presentation, you mentioned one of the requirements for insurance claim to be permit also. You mentioned driving license, permit, fitness.
Yeah.
Now, if I broadly analyze, permit is basically a taxing by the state.
So permit is under the Motor Vehicle Act.
Permit is under the Motor Vehicle Act, but broadly used for charging. It is broadly for the charging tax by a state or by us. It is nothing to do about the accident. It has no material effect on it. So, should we also not notify to the government or to the insurance companies that permit should be removed from the list of requirements?
It is the choice.
Someone of us or our authority like you can probably write it.
Right.
Because we should not.
The special authorization is not required for it.
The base permit
Special
is
authorization.
That authorization, they have to include in the authorization.
No separate, so previously,
Sir.
separate.
Separate. Then, the same authorization, but instead of separate state, it will carry the word all India.
Sir, my question is, if base permit is valid, but authorization is expired, but vehicle is met to accident in home state,
Be valid.
then
It is
permit valid or
valid. Authorization is for running in the other state.
for others?
Other state. Yes, good question. Thank you.
व्हीकल हेलो
या
व्हीकल का भाई अगर गाड़ी चला रहा है तो उसका डेथ हो गया है तो उसको टीपी क्लेम मिलना चाहिए कि नहीं?
unable to understand the question.
व्हीकल का भाई गाड़ी चला रहा है, एक्सीडेंट होता है उनका, तो उनको टीपी के लिए वैलिड है कि नहीं?
You tell me, what is the relationship?
ब्रदर
No,
ड्राइवर
driver. If he has a stake in it, then he will become a owner. If he is not having stake, he is a driver. So typically it will work. Definitely. Thank you.